And we have a pair of tropical storms that are actually off the Mexican coast in the Pacific Ocean, and we'll be watching those closely to try to get a little of that moisture into our direction, but that won't really be until next week. But we will still have the chance of getting a little moisture here in the state this week with the cold front that's moving through. And our camera, well, this is timing is everything sort of a deal. You can kind of see it shaking a little bit, not shaking as much as it was just a few minutes ago, but we still are dealing with some pretty gusty winds out there as the front makes progress into the Albuquerque metro area. We're developing an East Canyon wind. Winds now gusting up to 31 miles per hour. Temperature right now 84 degrees. The metro areas of Santa Fe and Albuquerque really seeing the highest wind gusts right now at 31 miles per hour for both locations, and a lot of that is due to the East Canyon wind that is developing for both cities as the cold front continues to push across the state, and we are seeing much cooler temperatures behind that front right now, only in the mid 70s from Clayton over to Las Vegas, 79 in Taos, 76 in Tucumcari, only 71 in Alamosa. And as this front continues to push across the state, we will continue to cool the temperatures down. It is a huge difference than what we were seeing this time yesterday. We were about 25 degrees cooler in Clayton, 19 in Las Vegas, 11 in Taos, 16 in Tucumcari, 17 in Clovis. Albuquerque already about 8 degrees cooler, so it's going to be a much more manageable day to be outside because you won't be dealing with quite as much heat, especially across central and eastern sections. And we're also bringing in a little bit of moisture behind the front across the east as well. These elevated relative humidities, a good sign that we will have a good chance of seeing some scattered showers and storms across the eastern portion of the state. Once again this afternoon, more numerous than what we saw yesterday, and we'll even have the chance of getting a couple of those storms going into central sections as well. Right now, not a lot of action going on, but as we get a little bit of that daytime heating, we will start to see some of those showers and storms develop, especially across the east. We'll continue to deal with the wind in the Albuquerque metro area and as well as Santa Fe. And then by the time we reach tomorrow, that front continues to push across the state. We start to see another source of moisture, this time from the south, enter into western and central sections. So we'll have a good chance at scattered storms across much of the state during the day tomorrow. Then by Thursday, we start to dry things out across the east, going to spot storm chances. We'll continue with the scattered storms across the western portion of the state, but even here we'll start to dry things out into the upcoming holiday weekend before we get hopefully another surge of moisture into next week. A lot of that's going to depend on if we can get that moisture to move up toward the state with a good steering flow. We'll have the details on how that shakes out throughout the week. Southern Colorado into the upper 80s to low 90s this afternoon. Better chances at showers and storms toward Wednesday and Thursday. This afternoon highs drop back to the mid 80s. Over the northwest, still hot for this afternoon. Highs into the upper 80s to low 90s. We'll have a chance of grabbing a couple of storms toward Thursday and Friday. Over the southwest, still very hot here with temperatures into the upper 90s. So not quite the triple-digit heat that we were dealing with yesterday. Temperatures cooling even more for Wednesday and Thursday with better chances at showers and storms. Over the southeast, scattered storms around for this afternoon. Highs only in the low 90s, so a big difference from yesterday, and back into the mid 80s for tomorrow with more chances at showers and storms starting to dry out toward the weekend. Over the northeast, scattered storms around here for this afternoon. Highs only into the 70s and 80s, and we continue with the cooler and wetter weather through Wednesday and Thursday before things dry back out and heat back up toward the holiday weekend. Over the northern mountains, spot storms around for this afternoon. Better storm chances for Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday. We'll start to dry things out for Saturday and Sunday. Over the east mountains, spot storms around for this afternoon. Highs in the mid to upper 80s. In the metro, we'll top out in the low 90s this afternoon. Winds will continue to gust up to around 40 miles per hour, especially if you're in the Fort Hills area where you're right at the base of the canyon. But as we start to see things improve with the winds, we'll also see better chances at showers and even cooler temperatures for Wednesday and Thursday.
That's good. Thank you, John.